and calm, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Redmen TV. I am your boy Errol Smith. Liverpool have beaten Brighton twice in 1 week by 1 goal difference. I feel like it's deja vu, but it was 2-1 today and it was Anfield. And Liverpool are sitting back top of the Premier League. What a day in the Premier League, ladies and gentlemen. If you haven't been with us for the watch along, where have you been? But first and foremost, Arsenal dropped points on the road to Newcastle today, lost 1-0. Liverpool went behind. City went behind. City then go 2 behind. Bring a goal back, but end up losing. It is only Liverpool out of the big 3 that see all 3 points rescued and put in the bank today. All the teams would have to come from behind and only Liverpool could deliver. Make of that what you will. But right here, right now, this is your fan reaction. So let's dive straight into it. Because wow, what a game we have just witnessed. There was a bit of electricity in the studio. Steve and me were both panic stations, but it was rescued. How are you feeling now? The full-time whistle is blown. Please do let us know. The shouting with his chest. He's saying Liverpool top of the league. We certainly are. It was nail-biting stuff at times, to be fair with you. But crazy. This guy says, but Errol, our midfield isn't good enough. It's only Arsenal and City that should be talked about for the league. So true. Liverpool were dismissed before the ball was even kicked, as we often are sometimes. When we have a little bit of a dip, straight away, pundits and fans and players alike all just want to disregard Liverpool of what we've been capable of doing, what we've achieved, what we've actually... what can I say? The actual tangible products of what we've went into to win and achieve down the road, it just gets forgotten about. But all of a sudden they'll want to talk about Liverpool now. They'll want to talk about slot ball now. They'll want to talk about the slot machine cashing in once again. Yeah. Wow. It is crazy. Jason Jones says Slot is the man. What did you think of his half-time substitution? Obviously, I know it was Joe Gomez. I'm talking more about his substitutions in the game to change the tactics. What did you think? What were your thoughts? Do let us know. The chat is electric in that respect. By the way, a lot of credit to the ref. Even if we'd have lost, he let the ball play and flow really, really well. I don't actually remember him booking anyone. He did book a couple of people, to be fair. But yeah, McAllister got booked in the first half. And there was a couple of bookings from them. Addy says, we never do it the easy way. No, we don't, but we do it the Liverpool way. And sometimes that is better. Wes even comes in and says, what a battle. I'm glad we won it. Yeah. What I can say is it was a bit of a slugfest. Both teams are rarely in it. Both teams capable of laying a glove on each other and bloodying the nose of the other. And I felt at times Brighton were in the ascendancy. He was a far better team, but I said it against them and I say it against the Arsenal team last weekend. When Liverpool are on the ropes and you're sensing blood, that's your opportunity to go for it. Go, and if you go for the king, make sure you take off his head. And both teams didn't. Both teams allowed Liverpool a way back into the game. Both teams allowed this Liverpool side to regain control, regain a little bit of confidence and assert themselves in their dominance. When we was able to do that, that's the difference that really took place. I think there was some big standout performances in that second half. So really, really, really impressed there. Mr. Mango says, a great result. Appalling first half, and fingers crossed the Konate injury isn't too serious. Yeah, hopefully he can cross his fingers because it did look like it was some hand-related injury there. Can't afford a defensive injury crisis at this stage of the season. No, but one good thing that we can take from that was this. Konate went off, but it didn't look like Joe Gomez missed a beat in that second half. He was absolutely brilliant, very dominant, very, very aggressive in the game as well. He put his body in there, a couple of big blocks, a little bit of recovery, covered him for Trent at times. It was great. Colours in Space says, it feels great. We managed to pull it back. Was a grim there for a second. It didn't make for pretty viewing. We can look back at that game knowing the results of this afternoon and be really proud of the team's performance, but it didn't, in the moment, in real time, it didn't make for great viewing, and Liverpool had to battle through the adversity to make anything come of that. Yes, course he is. Of course he is. Someone somewhere knows that this man, this fraudulent guy in Gary Neville, is shedding tears right now. Yeah, Klopp till you drop says, Joe Gomez is my GOAT. I thought he was brilliant. I genuinely did think he was brilliant this afternoon. Slander says, Gomez will score this season. Mark my words. Yeah, it looks like we're having a bit of a Joe Gomez loving at the moment, ladies and gentlemen. I am here for it, to be honest with you. It is absolutely brilliant. Yeah, that was one of my favourite moments in the match as well. You could tell that Liverpool, I think the instruction from Slot in that second half would have started with, you've got to be winning more of your individual battles. We have lost so many battles in that first half. We are not going to get the chance to create anything because we're not winning those crucial 50-50s or individual battles, second balls, whatever you want to call it. Liverpool were weak. Very, very weak at times. And in that second half, that slide tackle there from Szoboszlai just comes crunching through him and he wins the ball. It's a brilliant tackle. That in itself was another example of what he's asking them to do. Go and win your battles. Go and be aggressive. Go and make sure that you dominate the ball this half. And he responded. The players responded to him. And it's one of the things that I've liked so much about Slot is you can tell a team and you can tell these top, professionals, this is how we're going to win. This is how we're going to do it. And when you're winning, you've got your case study to go off and say, well, we've won and you've been winning my way, so continue to do it my way. But what happens when you're not winning? How do you stay invested in what this manager's saying? How do you still believe in his instructions when things aren't going your way and, you've set up? Do you take that accountability yourself and simply say, we've not been good enough, and if we continue to do what the manager wants, we'll come out the other end of it? Do you then follow the instructions and say, actually, no, he was losing too many battles. Let's go and win some battles. And then we've got a foundation to build off. And to me, it looked as though Liverpool definitely set the mind out in that second half to be more combative, more competitive, and more aggressive with the ball. And as a result, he was able to absolutely suffocate Brighton at times. And he looked a little bit shell-shocked, especially after that first goal and the way that it went in. Brilliant. Yeah, Real Talk Football TV. Big up yourself. I love that. Thank you very much for getting involved. He says that Joe Gomez was outstanding. What does he have to do to bag a goal? Yeah, I think he just needs an empty net or something, honestly. Dom O'Shea says Diaz is a banger. Sign him up, Lucho. Yeah, we're going to need Endo in some of these damn games. That turns scrappy. This is the English Premier League. Some games we're going to need more than tactics, man. Yeah, do you know what? It's not always going to be tactics. It's going to be individual moments as well. And what a real moment of quality Mohammed Salah produced for us as well, ladies and gentlemen. The Egyptian King, once again, another goal for the season. He's absolutely brilliant. BM, thank you very much for the super chat as well. On Cloud 9, no one else I would rather watch it with. My guy, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for all tuning in as well and watching with us today. Mr. D, who else have we got? Yeah, Mark Smith reckons that Endo was great for the 15-minute burst as well. I thought he was, to be completely honest with you. I thought he came on and did exactly what was needed. Yes, TFP says Nunes was brilliant. I thought he was pretty damn good today as well. Again, not offering him a load of service, but that opportunity in the first half that he carved open for himself, I thought was fantastic. Let's have a little look, and if we go over to Twitter, guys, because this is going to be a quick one, because we've got plenty of other stuff to cover. Where's ours? I'm trying to find. I'm all thumbs with Twitter at the minute. Where is Dan Club's tweet? Dan Club. All right. No, I don't want podcast ratings. Come on, have your say. Top of the league. That is, if that's not the truth, I don't know what is. That's brilliant. Full-time thoughts. Liverpool, Everton as well. Dropping points. Man of the match. Let us know your thoughts and feelings. Man of the match. Let's see what some people have said about man of the match then. because I don't think we've had our typical post quote. Old Bull says Gakpo, who probably wishes they would schedule 38 games per season versus Brighton. I agree with that there. Anfield Vault reckons Costas is worthy of a shout for man of the match. Do stick around for the player ranking show and we will decide together as a community who ends up being man of the match. Carl says Joe Gomez, and I won't hear another word on the matter. Carl, yes, I think, you know, he was great in all honesty, Joe Gomez, what he came in to do. You don't often see defensive substitutes that really push the team up the pitch and kind of really galvanise you, but it was definitely amongst one of those performances. Alvin says Trent's defending was class against Matoma today. Yeah, a lot of people saying Joe Gomez didn't put a foot wrong, was brilliant. Big shout out though, the Anfield crowd, they helped us get over the line. I believe that as well, to be fair, even from what I could see on the TV, it did look as though the crowd was right up for it, getting right into the energy for the game. Pisto says, too close for comfort. Brighton are a good team. Joe Gomez came in and became man of the match. Yeah, getting a lot of love there, Joe Gomez. It was fantastic to see. Big B King says, if we win the next 3 Premier League games, I think City will be 7 to 8 points behind us. That's a big ask, but Liverpool have got the potential to go on and do it. Just going over to this super chat here very quickly on, where are we? Mentality to come from behind. That's a massive 3 points. Gomez, excellent after coming on. Mo just doing what Mo does. Yes. Yeah. I mean, he was almost going to get a lot of slander from me for the way he tried to just nonchalantly chip it over the goalkeeper and not getting enough purchase on the ball. But yeah, you know, he made no mistake with the second one. Don't ask him. Don't give him too many chances. Yeah, Lee the Whiz Kid, another one that acknowledges the ground. When they finally woke up, Anfield was awesome. Yeah. And that's another good point. Again, Jones and Diaz came on and changed the game. I think they did as well. I think both of them really added something to the game today. I think the hard midfield was lacking for large parts in that first half. They was finding it far too easy to get past our press. They was finding those half pockets of space where they was able to exploit us drive, get their out balls nice and early as well. And Liverpool just couldn't really make heads and tails of the formation. We really struggled with it at times. And make no mistake about it, a lot of credit's got to go to Brighton. He's played us twice in the space of about 4 or 5 days, and both times put in a very solid display for themselves, showing the real quality throughout their squad, because they've had to use the squad in the last week to play us. And, you know, we've only edged them by 1 goal on both occasions. We made it very difficult for ourselves today, and I thought they executed their tactics, particularly in that first half, brilliantly. I think in the second half, Liverpool really showed what we're capable of doing when we get a hold of a team and just strangle the life out of them. And I think we did that. And absolutely deserved the 3 points in the end. Yeah, who else? Bradley Lloyd says Endo was class. I think all the substitutes came on today. I'll be spoiler alert. I'll be putting all of my substitutes in boss. Put it that way. Make no mistake about it. They all came in and chipped in and performed today and offered something for us. So that was brilliant. And they're things that we do love to see. Utilising the squad and the squad actually coming in and adding a little bit of quality. And make that point as well, because, and again, you know, me and Steve, we do this show a lot, but we was both on the, you know, belief that the bench didn't have enough to offer us potentially in terms of an attacking threat and the opportunity to break down a team. But it's only when we really made those changes did we start to play our better bit of football and then manage the game as well from that point on. So, you know, a lot of credit has to be said as the squad as a whole. It wasn't just the 11 today, because at times the 11 in periods fell short, but overall came good. So very, very Adam Martin says keep wearing the cap. It's lucky. Maybe against Brighton only. But yeah, it was another good afternoon for Liverpool. Right, guys, a couple more thoughts. Let's go over to the Discord, because the Discord's always popping. There'll be something in there. Luffy says let's see what we've got going on in the chat. Somehow, they're all talking about the stream at the moment. They're all talking about the stream. He was talking about the likes of Ibu from the looks of things. Realistically, in the top four, I can't make heads and tails. The chat just moves so bloody fast on this one. Ibu off, yeah, it's still kind of stuck. But let's see what else we've got. Forest are now third in the league. Wow. What a start to the season they've had. Yeah. Oh, I'm not even gonna. You can read that. I'm not even gonna read that out. It's funny. It is funny, but I'm not gonna read that out. Oh, you're getting a good night's sleep, right? Gary Cope. I can imagine this to be true. I've not even checked any of my own socials yet to see what's going on in the social media world. But the fan fumes, the media fumes, I can imagine they're there. They're frothing at the moment, pissed. And long may it continue as well. Someone said all the subs were excellent. Yeah, Hassan, thank you. Big up yourself, Hassan. Thank you very much for getting involved in the show. All the subs were excellent. Joe was boss. He played really well. Gakpo was excellent. Yeah, big credit to Steve as well. He said it early in the game. Gakpo seems to be the one. He seems to be the one that is going to create something. He's going to have some level of output for us this afternoon. He seems to be the guy that we should continue to give the ball to and keep trying to provide chances for. And I just thought that analysis or that observation at the time was right. But the longer the game went on, we was desperate for Gakpo to do something because he did look like at one point the only one who had the ability, and he came good. Yeah, Jamie, this is massive. We can turn our attentions to the Champions League. We can turn our attentions to Aston Villa next weekend. I think that's a late kickoff. I don't know if that's like an 8 o'clock one. It comes across as a bit of a late one next week. So, again, we'll have seen early teams kicking off. We'll have seen the 3 o'clocks. We'll have seen the R5. Liverpool then want to still be top of the league come next Saturday evening, going into Saturday night. But it feels like a great opportunity for Liverpool to do some damage. We've got a super chat coming through here as well. Slot's been ruthless and spot on with his substitutes. Something that might have been Jurgen's slight weakness in the past. It's going to get rough eventually, but glad that he's been able to get the support prior to that. Yeah, and the results will have definitely helped him in sort of creating that environment. But ladies and gents, we have got another show to do. Please do keep letting us know your thoughts and feelings. Let us know who your man of the match is. I am about to go over to the board. We are going to run through, and I mean sprint through some of these players. And we'll see who comes out on top on the player ranking show. Join me in a couple of moments. I'll see you in a sec.